I am about 213 pages in. So apologies if that was really distracting. I'm honestly so upset with myself that I haven't picked it up so far. Hello. Welcome to a vlog. I have tried filming a couple of reading vlogs before. A couple of them are on the channel. I did pretty well. I filmed 2 in a row over Christmas time last year, but I haven't actually filmed any since, and I thought, since, I'm reading all the time, that I should just film a reading vlog. So this will probably be a little bit of a mixture between reading books, my day-to-day life, what I'm up to, just also to make some memories as well that I can look back on, see my thoughts on what I'm reading, but also what I've been up to as well, which is fun. So if you saw something there, Alex's feet were in the screen. So apologies if that was really distracting. But where I'm at with reading at the moment is I've just finished Silver in the Bone by Alexander Bracken. I listened to the audiobook as part of a reread because I really want to finish off that duology. So my current read, and I was only a chapter in and I thought, hey, I should probably just film a reading vlog and just do a reading vlog. So I am reading Mirror of Beasts by Alexander Bracken, which is super good. It is part of like a big list of all the series that I'm currently in the middle of, which I started a reading journal. That's another thing that's happened. I started a reading journal and I am in the middle of a lot of series. So my plan for this vlog is to hopefully get through a fair few of them and tick some off the list. So starting with Mirror of Beasts. So this should be fun. Regarding like what's happening in my personal life, so this week we had something super fun in the podcast. So we had Sophie Snow, who is a Scottish spicy romance author. She came on the podcast and we did an author spotlight and got to talk to her about all of her current books and her upcoming releases.
I always say you have to be the biggest fan of your own book. I have a lot of amazing readers and no one will ever love my books as much as me. And that's so important because you're going to spend so much time with those books and so much time with those characters that if you don't really, really love it, I think readers can tell. I've certainly read books from authors where I feel like, I feel like the author didn't really want to write this, or myself, I've written things where I'm like, I have to go back. Like, that's not the best I can give it. And at the end of the day, like, even if no one ever reads your book, you want to really love it, and so you have to be a regular cheerleader. And it's hard because imposter syndrome is out there, but you have to really, really love what you're doing.
And just get to know her a little bit. So that was super fun. So if you don't know, I have a podcast with 2 of my besties, Molly and Crimson, and we just chat about everything book related. So we're just about to start a new Sarah J Maas deep dive, like 1 episode per book, which comes out every 3 weeks starting April 8th, I think. So if you're interested in that, please give us a shout out. But we're at Faefic and Fiction if you want to say hi to us. But other than that, I have a week off work this week because I booked some annual leave. My mum is coming tomorrow, which is super fun because I haven't seen my mum since I think October, and it's now February. So that's a pretty long time to not see your family. So my mum's coming over tomorrow. On Friday, I think we're going to go and try to go to Kelvin Grove Museum in Glasgow, which will be really fun. And then on Sunday, we are going to see Disney on Ice, which I'm really excited about because my mum took me to see Disney on Ice when I was really, really, really little. And it feels really nostalgic that we are going to see Disney on Ice again, probably like 20 years later, which is crazy. So I'll probably take you along for a couple of little bits over the next couple of days. But yeah, hopefully this vlog will be pretty cozy and I'll get some reading done as well. So as I said, we're going to start with Mirror of Beasts and we'll see where it goes from there. See you in a few. Good morning. This is a bit of a weird angle. You're currently balanced on my makeup box and my hair bubbles that I'm not even using today. But needs must, because I wanted to film a quick update before we actually go out today. So we picked my mum up from getting to Glasgow yesterday, and we actually didn't do much. We just kind of hung out in the house. We had some dinner. Then we dropped her off at her hotel because she was staying in a hotel last night, but she's staying with us from tonight onwards, which is super fun. So as you can see, I got ready today. I am actually ready to leave the house. We are going to Kelvin Grove art galleries and we're going to go for something to eat for lunch, so I'll take some snippets of that so you can see. Alex is also in the background. There's his leg, as usual, his usual leg, but I have a couple of updates that I wanted to show you. The first is this cardigan. So let me stand up. You can't see it in total, but my mum made me this cardigan. So something that I haven't really expressed online before is that I am a very big crafter. I love anything crafty. So at the moment I am knitting a cardigan for Molly, podcast bestie Molly. I'm also crocheting a blanket for someone for a birthday or Christmas present, but my mum made me this lovely cardigan, so I'm wearing that today. I'm so grateful, the fact that she made me something like this. It's just incredible. But I wanted to give a quick update because I am now quite a bit through Mirror of Beasts. I read a lot of it last night and then a lot more of it this morning. So let me get my exact page number. Okay, I am about 213 pages in. So I was listening to, or reading it. I was reading it last night, and I don't know, I think maybe it's because I listened to the last one in audiobook. I couldn't get into actually reading it, so I picked up the audiobook again and I listened to about 18 chapters of it. And then my 15 hours of audio ran out on Spotify, so I've ended up getting a 50% off for 3 months Audible subscription so I can finish it. So I'm about 200 pages in. I can estimate that I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I'll probably listen to some of it tonight, some of it tomorrow, finish it tomorrow, and I'll let you know. But at the moment, I'm loving it. It's either a 4-star read, but could easily be 5-star with the way that it's going. But I'm really enjoying it. So this is absolutely fantastic. It's everything I could have wanted so far in the next book in the series, and I'm just really enjoying it. So that is all I wanted to pop in and say, that I'm really glad that I picked up and reread the first book so I could reread this one, because it's been there on my list for a while, and I'm honestly so upset with myself that I haven't picked it up so far. So I'm loving that. But we are going to go out now. We're going to go into Glasgow. We're going to go for lunch. We're going to go to Kelvin Grove. I'm going to take you along with me, and I will speak to you in a little bit. Goodness. Okay. Good morning. It is now a Monday. I am back to work because my week off is over. The room is a wee bit of a mess. I have not made my bed today. There are clothes on the end of the bed, but it's fine. It's fine. I am back to work today after having a week off, which is super sad because I wish I could just have a forever off. But I actually really love my job, and it's kind of nice to be back into a routine again. But I wanted to jump in and just say that I had a really nice time while my mum was here. You'll have seen some clips of that. We went to Disney on Ice last night.
And her sister Anna went out and braved the blizzard, not dressed appropriately at all, by the way. Not even mittens.
And today she left to go back to Ireland. So thank you, Mum, if you're watching this, for coming over. So let's talk books. I finished Mirror of Beasts and I rated it a 4-star. I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one of the series, but it was really good and I am able to tick that off my completed list, which is so wonderful because it means that's another duology down that I don't have to look at again. I probably will reread it at some point as well. I thoroughly loved it, which was all I could have hoped. We also went for coffee the other day to my friend Olivia's work. Hi Olivia, if you're watching. And I dropped her off some books. I gave her Foxglove, which is the second book to Belladonna, because I don't think I'm going to pick it up. I also gave her 5 Broken Blades and Fear the Flames as well, because I just didn't like them or didn't want to read them. So there we are. But we are now moving on to my second book of March, which is going to be Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have a very love-hate relationship with Ali Hazelwood. I loved The Love Hypothesis. I loved Love Theoretically, and I love Bride, but all of the other ones kind of didn't hit for me. But Deep End is not a STEM romance, I believe. I believe Deep End is a swimming romance, I think. Yeah. Aquatics. What a lovely word. Yeah, so Deep End is next on the list, so I am going to read that. So I will pop back in whenever I have some more updates. But I'm back to work this week, so I'll probably be reading in the evenings. I'm filming the podcast on Thursday and Sunday this week. I also have a day off on Wednesday, and I have a day off on Friday. So I'll probably pop back on one of those days and give you an update on how far I am through Deep End. Hello. Okay, so the last update I gave, I was just starting Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I would like to say that I've finished that now. It is a couple of days later because I've been working so hard. I've been working so hard, and I didn't really have any time to finish any updates, but I did finish the book, and it was wonderful. So, what I thought I would do is put some makeup on, because I need to get ready, because today I'm going to get my nails done. So they're currently this burgundy colour, and I'm getting them done, I think, green, because I'm feeling very green with it being March and coming into the spring. I nearly went for yellow, like butter yellow, but I haven't decided. It depends on what colour she gets, but I'm thinking I'm going for green. But let's put some makeup on and talk about Deep End. I am convinced that my microphone is going to die probably before I finish this segment, so if the sound goes a bit funny halfway through, that's exactly why. This makes me feel like a beauty influencer. I'm using Bare Minerals. I never use any other foundation. Anyway, so let's talk about Deep End. I have a very love-hate relationship with Miss Ali Hazelwood because I really like The Love Hypothesis, and I have to also say that because Molly's favourite book is The Love Hypothesis, or one of her most favourite books is The Love Hypothesis. I loved it. I thought it was great. And then I read Love Theoretically and thought it was basically the same shit in a different cover, in an orange wrapper. I have read, I want to say, pretty much all of Ali Hazelwood's stuff. Like, I buy it because I know that sometimes she really hits for me and sometimes she really doesn't. So I loved Bride, but I am a fantasy romance girly. So of course I was going to love Bride since it's got elements of not just contemporary in it. And I was excited to read Deep End because it was the first sort of book for me that I've read from her that wasn't STEM related, because I know that she's got Checkmate, which I believe is not STEM related either, but this was going to be the first one for me. So I thoroughly enjoyed Deep End, and if you listen to the podcast or if you hear me talk on here, I am not a spicy girly. I am not a big spice lover. That's just who I am. I mean, the spiciest like that I love would be like Fourth Wing, Onyx Storm, Iron Flame vibes, and they are not spicy, and I am well aware that those books are doing the bare minimum, but for me that's as spicy as I want to go, maybe like half a chili pepper, because that's just who I am as a person. I am a plot reader. I love a bit of romance, love a bit of yearning, love a good makeout session, love a good like Fourth Wing style smut scene. But they're not spicy, and I can 100% understand that. This book, it wasn't necessarily the spiciest book ever, but it was spicier than I'm used to. But I don't think I minded. I was a little bit worried. I was a little bit worried at the start because someone told me that the characters they're quite kinky. But a lot of the stuff that went on was not very kinky. They wrote themselves, spoilers for anyone who doesn't want to listen to this part. They made each other like write a list of the sort of like kinky things that they're into and they want to try and whatever. Very like Dom and Sab vibes. And I thought that they were going to be doing some outrageous things in this book, and they did not. However, overall, I loved the story. The plot was good. I also loved learning about some swimming things and diving things that I did not know. I love when books teach me something. So that was nice, and it was a fun time read. And I rated it a 4-star. So there we are. At the moment then, I am a little bit stuck on what to read next. So I am supposed to be reading Air of Fire for the pod because we're doing this whole Sarah J Maas deep dive thing. However, I am behind because we were supposed to start Air of Fire already. I have not finished Assassin's Blade yet, and to be entirely honest, I haven't started Assassin's Blade yet. And so that should probably be next on my list, but I don't know if I just want to read that. I'm kind of in the mood to read some more of my TBR because I feel like my TBR jar picked some really good books this month, like seriously good books this month. I'm excited about it. So currently on my list, I still have an Ember in the Ashes by Sabbath here. I also have Butcher and Blackbird on the list this month. I have... what else have I got? Yeah, so I've got Butcher and Blackbird. Oh, I've got The Blanket Cats. I have Heavenly Bodies, which I'm really excited for. Book of Night by Holly Black. So I've got a lot. Part of me kind of wants to pick up Butcher and Blackbird next. Like, I feel, although I just read a romance, this one's like a slightly darker romance, I think, isn't it? Like, it's not, you know, dark by any means. In the realm of dark romance, I think Butcher and Blackbird's pretty tame. I think it's about serial killers falling in love, which is nice. I could get behind that. And with me, dark romance has been a little bit of a love-hate relationship. Okay, so my mic died, so the sound quality is going to be really shit from here on out, and I don't know how much you heard. I basically just said that my February TBR is fantastic. I'm having a really good time, and I need to read Assassin's Blade and Air of Fire for the podcast because the girlies are not going to be happy if I don't, but I kind of want to pick up Butcher and Blackbird. So I just went on this whole spiel about dark romance, and I'm not a dark romance girly, but Butcher and Blackbird sounds really good, and it seems quite mild, so whether you heard that, I don't know, but I'm too lazy to refilm it all again, so Butcher and Blackbird it probably is next. I'm kind of in the mood to keep with a romance, and then I might pick up Heavenly Bodies or An Ember in the Ashes, because they are also on the list, and I'm super excited about them. But what I have noticed recently is there has been some issues, like Book Talk, Book Threads, BookTube, well, probably not BookTube because they're never involved in any of these issues, but people are not happy about an age gap romance right now. Like, they are not buzzed, and I find that so sad because I love an age gap romance. Also, we should probably remember that a lot of fantasy is age gap, right? Because usually these fae men are like hundreds of years old, and your issue is with age gap in real life. Like, I kind of get it because obviously fantasy's fantasy. It's not real. And I totally get that, like, in real life, you know, contemporary romance being age gap is more, I don't want to say believable, but it is. It's more believable. It's more likely to happen than a big, you know, winged fae male coming into your house in the middle of the night and giving you a shag. So I kind of get it, like, but if age gap romance is not for you, then don't read it. You know, people watch horror movies. Horror movies aren't real. Yes, people murder other people, but, you know, they're not real either. it's all about type of content. And I know the age gap is a little bit taboo, but if you don't like it, don't read it. That's fine. And I personally really like an age gap, but it needs to be done properly. It can't be icky. Sometimes I've read a couple of age gaps and they've been a bit icky, and I'm not about that. So I personally don't mind the age gap. I think I'm really buzzed about Ali Hazelwood bringing out an age gap. I also know that we're getting Best Friend's Dad from Miss Elsie Silver in September this year. So I'm pretty buzzed about that as well. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You know, I'm not a dark romance girly. I'm not a spicy book girly. There are things in dark romance that are taboo that I don't particularly like, but that just means I'm not going to read them, and that's fine. I don't mind. I'm pretty buzzed about the age gap thing, if anyone was wondering. Probably not where I sit on that scale. I don't mind it. I'm pretty fine. I'm pretty fine with it. But I'm going to put mascara on because it's a bit awkward. And then Alex and I are going to go for my nail appointment. We're going to get a coffee. We're going to nip into my friend Olivia's work because I think that she's left a book for me behind the counter. And we're going to get a coffee. We're going to get my nails done. I'm going to do some reading sprints this afternoon, and I probably should go for a walk. But we'll see. I'll take you along for the ride. Good morning. I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I actually ended up reading Assassin's Blade, and I didn't sort of say that beforehand. Oh, there she is. She's over here. I didn't actually say that beforehand because I just immediately started reading it with no rhyme or reason. So what I thought I would do is wrap up. I thought I would wrap up what I've read so far and just give a couple of star ratings before I finish out the vlog. I also went and picked up the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore from The Works, because it released yesterday and there was a really fancy version. But let's have a chat about what I read. Let's give it some stars and then we'll end the vlog because it's getting pretty long. So let's do that. So I read Mirror of Beasts by Alexandra Bracken, and I am giving that one a 4.5 stars. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, I'm giving that a 3 star. Butcher and Blackbird, I'm giving a 4 star. And The Assassin's Blade, which I'm giving a 4.5. I now have some visitors. I have Spooky Eyes over here because he's got glasses on, and the cat. So
she's surfing.
I never get a minute's peace, but I just wanted to pop on and sort of give a star rating for the books that I read, and I also wanted to just say thank you for watching. And if you made it this far in the vlog, hi gorgeous, if you made it this far in the vlog, then thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out the podcast as well because we're having a lot of fun over there, and I'm not very used to making vlogs, so I want to make some more. So if you liked it, please leave a comment. That would be really wonderful. But I hope that you have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next video. Would you like to say goodbye? She's so cute. This is your first time on the vlog. Okay. Have a lovely week. Goodbye.